Okay, so if you've been anywhere near the internet this week, you've probably seen the headlines. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, trouble in paradise, split rumors flying everywhere, people online losing their minds over it. Yeah, me too. So I actually went and dug through everything. The tabloid claims, the fact checks, the actual time, and what I found is way messier, and honestly way more interesting than what's showing up in your feed. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly what's confirmed, what's pure noise, and what might actually break this couple apart. Let's get into it. Let's rewind for a second, because context matters here. This wasn't some overnight thing. It started quietly, with photos of the two of them just walking together in a park in Montreal. Nothing dramatic, no hand-holding, just two famous people, apparently, out for a stroll. Then came dinner at a fancy restaurant that same evening. People online immediately started asking the obvious questions. Were they just friends? Was it business? Some fans even joked he was getting career advice for his son's music. Nobody took it too seriously at first. Then came the yacht photos. Suddenly this wasn't a casual friendship anymore. Then came a very public, very hand-in-hand exit from Perry's birthday dinner in Paris, one of the most romantic cities on the planet, which only added fuel to the story. That's basically the anatomy of a modern celebrity romance. It builds in stages, like a movie trailer that keeps dropping new footage until you can't look away. Each photo raises the stakes. Each appearance adds another data point for fans and gossip pages to obsess over. By December, they'd gone Instagram official, posting together and confirming what the paparazzi shots had already been hinting at for months. And that's when the internet fully clocked in on this couple. And honestly, that's when the noise really started. But here's where things get interesting. In January, a tweet went viral claiming Katy Perry had ended things with Trudeau. People panicked. Screenshots got passed around group chats. It spread across every platform within hours, except, and this is important, it came from a parody account. An account that literally labels itself as satire in its own bio, mocking a real entertainment news page. So if you searched Katy Perry-Justin Trudeau breakup around that time, you were basically reading fan fiction dressed up as news. There was no official statement, no confirmation from either party, nothing. Multiple fact-checkers actually stepped in to clarify that the claim had zero basis, and that the account responsible was known for posting made-up celebrity stories as a joke. It's a pretty perfect example of how fast fake celebrity news can spread when a couple is already this famous and this scrutinized. One tweet, zero sources, and suddenly it's a trending topic. And this is where most people make a mistake. They see one viral post and assume it's fact, without checking if there's an actual source behind it. A screenshot isn't evidence. A parody account isn't a news outlet. That distinction matters more than ever right now. Here's the thing, this isn't just any celebrity pairing. You've got a global pop star fresh off a very public split from a long-term partner, and a former head of government who spent a decade in the international spotlight. That combination is basically rocket fuel for tabloid coverage. Think of it like mixing two different fandoms into one storyline. Music fans are watching, political watchers are watching, entertainment pages are watching. Even people who don't normally follow celebrity gossip are curious, purely because of how unusual the pairing is. That collision of audiences is exactly why every tiny update about them turns into a headline. Add in the fact that Trudeau spent a decade as one of the most photographed political figures in the world, and you get a situation where paparazzi interest never really cooled down. He just traded one kind of spotlight for another. Now this next part might surprise you. Multiple entertainment outlets have run stories citing anonymous sources claiming the relationship has been moving fast, and that Perry has reportedly been the one setting the pace and direction of things. Other reports suggest she's been especially guarded about protecting the relationship publicly, aware of how quickly things could unravel under this much attention. Some sources have even claimed the two have discussed bigger joint public projects down the line, things like humanitarian work or philanthropic efforts, framing the relationship as something more strategic and long-term rather than just a fling. Whether that's accurate or just speculation dressed up as insider knowledge is honestly hard to say. None of this is confirmed by either of them directly. It's the classic tabloid format, unnamed insiders, a source familiar with the relationship, that kind of language. It doesn't mean it's false, but it also doesn't mean it's verified. It sits in that gray zone where entertainment journalism usually lives, somewhere between educated guesswork and genuine leaks. Here's the part that actually shifted the conversation. Earlier this year, Perry became the subject of a serious legal allegation from another public figure, tied to an incident from years earlier. Perry has denied the claim through her representatives, and as of the reporting, no charges have been filed and the matter remains under investigation. Because Trudeau is her partner, he got pulled into the story simply through association, even though he has no alleged involvement whatsoever. But that's often how these things play out. When you're this visible as a couple, one partner's headline becomes both partners' headline, fair or not. Some tabloid sources claim this situation put real pressure on the relationship, with Perry reportedly anxious about how it could affect her public image and, by extension, Trudeau's own reputation as he continues shaping his post-political career. Again, this is sourced to anonymous insiders, not a direct statement from either of them, so it's worth holding on to that skepticism. What's clear is that the timing was brutal. The allegation surfaced not long after the two had been photographed looking in relaxed together at a major music festival, holding hands and enjoying themselves in public. That contrast between the lighthearted photos and the sudden legal headlines is exactly why the relationship trouble narrative picked up steam so fast. If you've noticed articles blowing up over things like them holding hands at a concert or grabbing food together afterward, that's not an accident. Entertainment media runs on this cycle. Spot the couple, frame it as evidence for whatever narrative is trending that week, then wait for the next appearance to either confirm or contradict it. It's a bit like watching a soap opera where the episodes are just paparazzi photos. One dinner becomes proof they're stronger than ever. One missed public appearance becomes sign of trouble. A single unclear angle in a blurry photo can spiral into an entire week of speculative headlines. The truth is usually far less dramatic than either extreme. This is also why so many of these stories contradict each other. One outlet will run a piece about how solid the relationship is, and a different outlet will publish the complete opposite the same week. Neither one is necessarily lying, they're just building narratives out of the same limited information. So let's cut through it. As of the most recent reporting, there is no official statement from either Katy Perry or Justin Trudeau confirming a breakup. The viral "they've split" traced back to unverified or outright parody sources. What is real is that their relationship has faced public pressure from an unrelated legal story involving Perry, and that various tabloid sources have offered competing narratives about the state of things behind closed doors. In other words, rumored trouble, yes. Confirmed breakup, no. It's important to separate those two things clearly, because a lot of headlines blur them together on purpose to get clicks. Here's the bigger pattern worth noticing. High-profile couples almost never get to just exist quietly. Every dinner becomes evidence. Every silence becomes suspicion. It's less about what's actually happening between two people, and more about how much attention the public is willing to project onto them. That's honestly the real story here. Not whether Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau are together or not, but how quickly speculation can outrun the facts when two famous names get linked. It says a lot about how celebrity news functions in general, where the appetite for a dramatic update is often bigger than the actual amount of confirmed information available. If there's an actual, confirmed shift in this relationship, it's going to come from one of two places: a direct statement from either of them, or unmistakable public evidence, not another anonymous tabloid quote. Until then, treat every headline claiming a definitive breakup or definitive reconciliation with the same skepticism you'd give any unverified internet claim. So, here's the real takeaway. Right now, there's no confirmed breakup, just a lot of noise, a legal situation that's added real pressure, and a couple that remains under a microscope whether they like it or not. That's the story behind the story, and it's exactly the kind of thing tabloid headlines never slow down to explain. If this helped you actually understand what's true and what's not in this whole situation, you're going to want to stick around, because next I'm breaking down another celebrity story everyone's getting completely wrong. So go ahead and hit like if this cleared things up for you. Subscribe if you want the real version of these stories instead of the recycled rumors, and I'll see you in the next one.